Hey, good morning. It's been forever since I have been live. Actually, I should have looked up to see when the last time it was. Um, yeah, I should have done that before now. Not that it matters, but give you guys a few seconds to get in. How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments how things are going with you for reselling. And of course, here in a few minutes, people will pop in and they'll tell me. As always, I forgot to turn on monetization. Would you like an update of monetization on my channel? I always laugh because people are like, oh, you do YouTube, you make a lot of money if you're active. $3.03. And I've lost 5 subscribers in the last 28 days. All right, so let's pack up some orders. We've got 20 orders to do today. Hey, good morning, Phil. I'm in my little tank top. Look how I'm so white. I'm like a ghost down here. I was going to go out. I was excited today. I was going to go out and do some weeding in the front this morning. And then I'm going to mow the lawn later, try and get some sun while I mow. But it rained last night, which it didn't call for rain. Or maybe it was just the humidity or something. Everything is wet. So I said, all right, I'll come down and package. Because as you probably know, today is a federal holiday. So no mail today. But I still got 20 orders, so I might as well package them and get them ready to go for tomorrow. Let me clear my space here. So how are you doing? How is the planting going? Got your corn in? Of course, you're down in Texas, so up here, the saying is knee high by 4th of July. I don't know what your saying is down there, but your corn needs to be at least knee high by 4th of July. Our neighbor across the road, his corn's like this tall. We went by a field yesterday that they're already at knee high. So I'm like, all right, that corn's doing very good. Oh, somebody just left me feedback on Etsy. Let's see if it's good. Picking tomatoes and bell peppers this morning. Wow, going to mow hay on the back field. Yeah, we've got lots of fields have been hayed already. It was actually late haying this year, which actually, I take it back. It was early haying because they were haying before the deer had their fawns. And Tony and I were saying how great that was because the fawns will hopefully be a little bit older by the time they do the second haying. So hopefully they don't kill as many as they normally do, getting the hayers. But tomatoes and bell peppers, I just went out yesterday and checked my plants because we've had rain all week long. So I haven't had a need to go out and water them. And my tomato plant's still only like this tall. And same with my I don't have bell peppers. I planted banana peppers and some type of hot pepper. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it was called. Couldn't find any jalapenos this year. Plants were very scarce around here, the seedlings and stuff. All right, I want to do this little fire pit thing I sold. I sold it and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't think I have any more. And thankfully, I found them. So I also wanted to say thank you for that really nice comment you left on one of my videos recently. Appreciate it. Will they fit in a 644? Let's try it. So yeah, I'm in like bummy clothes and everything. I wasn't even going to go live.
Sherry Barber.
Oh, Sherry Barber, I'm not answering you. Sorry, Sherry, if you watch this video. I ignored your call because I am packing orders. So leave a message. Actually, not because I'm packing orders. It's because I am live on YouTube. Second cut, probably need to reseed. Not my decision. I'm supposed to be retired. My brother's decision. You're supposed to be retired from the farming? Oh, I bet you I'm going to have to go get another roll of bubble wrap. Did y'all see that video on how we have been getting shorted on bubble wrap? Which, I've always wondered, but I'm never going to take the time and roll it out or count it or anything like that. But I've always wondered how accurate it is. Same with when I order envelopes or boxes. Although I think it was Scott was saying from the Bearded Picker was saying that he counts his boxes. I've never once counted my boxes. I just trust I'm getting what I'm ordered. which I guess now we know not to trust it because it's probably wrong. So these little things I made, they're for like a fairy garden. I just used rocks and sticks from outdoors and a little red and orange and yellow paint to put like a fire. These are just wooden rounds. You can buy like a whole bunch of them. Made those with Mom a couple years ago when we were doing a lot of fairy stuff. It finally sold for $11.99 for 2 of them, which I'm surprised it went for that high. I've been running a lot of sales, 50% off. I bet you close to half of my store, and I got over 2,000 items, are 50% off right now. So I've had a lot of deals. Lots of deals going on. Getting this stuff out of here. Trying to clean house as I'm listing more, but I want to get my death pile listed. That's a huge goal. And you'll see today I'm actually packaging a lot of death pile stuff. Because you know what? It doesn't sell if it ain't listed. Oh, I need tape. That was the end of it. And I broke my scale. You know the little flapper thing that goes up? Hold on. This thing right here. Can you see over in the corner? I put something too heavy on it and I let it stay there too long and it ended up breaking it. So I'm really bummed because when I do envelopes and stuff, I like to have it lay against it. So 7 ounces. It's been so long that I've been on StreamYard that they had to send me a code to like reactivate my account or something. I'm like, I know it's been a long time. I've got 3 or 4 travel time chit chats sitting on my phone. I just gotta take the time to edit it. And lately my time has been, when I have time, it's been to put it on getting this death pile done, taking pictures. I'll usually will come down here and fill a tote or 2 of items and take pictures and then go upstairs and list them. And I just really haven't had the time to just sit, or haven't taken the time, I should say, to edit videos because number 1, I hate editing. And number 2, they don't make me money, right? $3 on YouTube I've made so far this month. So it's just kind of, you know, what makes me money and what's my goal. My goal right now is to clear my death pile, which you can't see because it's over there. Over there. My hand's going off the camera so you can see. So I will tell you that I had my husband I have been saving boxes since I started doing this. So when I get a Amazon or Bed Bath & Beyond or Michael's or whatever, whoever I've ordered from, if the box is still in really good, solid condition, I have been keeping those. Anything else I've been just throwing in our recycle bin. But those I have been keeping, and I haven't really been using them because I buy my boxes from Supply Hut or I get boxes from eBay. And most of the things I sell are smaller, so I don't really need to even keep like the smaller Amazon boxes because I've got brand new ones and I'd prefer just to use a brand new one. So this weekend, I told my husband, I said, I think I'm going to get rid of all of those boxes. And I'm telling you, I had a ton of boxes. So take those really, really big plastic totes. I had 2 of those full of boxes. And then as I've been going through boxes lately, I've been just taking and throwing them near the door to go out. So my husband and my father-in-law came and grabbed them all. I think they burnt them. I think they used them to start some fire and burn some stuff. But yeah, so I don't have them anymore. So I am so happy to be clearing that junk out. Because if I haven't been using them, then why keep them? Okay, I need to get some, let's see. When I cut my priority mailboxes down, I saved this because I sold these stickers, which these are vintage Dr. Seuss stickers. And I couldn't really find comps when I first listed them, so I listed them pretty high. And I've been running so many sales, and they actually went for for $4.80. And they went, oh yeah, so 40% off. Okay, so they didn't go on a promoted listing. So I was going to say, and I got to pay a promoted fee on top of it. I've been doing trending lately because I'm telling you, I'm really trying to be more aggressive on getting some stuff cleared out. So if you see anything in my store you want, Tamerlane is my eBay store. I think there might be a link down below. Get it. Send me an offer. If it's already 50% off, then or 55% off most things, then I'm only going to do like probably another 5% off from that. But depending on the price and the item, I might even do better. And if you bundle, I might even do better than that. Tape. Where did I put my tape? Where's my tape? I got a little bit left in this gun. And you know what? That's an eBay sale. I can use my eBay. I'll use my eBay tape. Use the free tape, Tamara. This poor dispenser. Look, it used to have a piece over here and it broke, and right here it broke. I know it's all messed up, but it still works. Just gotta fix it every now and then. I ran out of room here. What passes from my bedroom is also my office. Perry laughs when he comes in, tells me if my wife were still alive, I would probably have lots of ear. Yeah. Well, how was your wife with it? Was she okay when you had stuff laying around, or did she give you a hard time to clean it up? I think it's probably like if it's the wife who's probably making the mess, it's probably like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, husband, like when my husband makes a mess, I just want to yell at him. But then I look around and I realize the mess I've made. So I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't yell at him because he could easily yell at me. Like yesterday, I walked by the couch and I had wiped the cat. The cat came in and he was covered with water because it was raining out. So I took a tissue, a Kleenex, and I like wiped him dry because he was laying on me. And I'm like, you're getting me soaking. So I wiped it. And then I took it and threw it on the ground because I didn't want it sitting next to me on the couch. Well, it was like the next day and it was still sitting on the ground. I hadn't picked it up yet. And I walked by it and I saw it and I thought, you know what? If Tony had done that, I would have been like, can't you pick up your garbage? It's sitting on the ground. I yell at him every day because he doesn't pull the sheets. Like I don't even make our bed, but at least pull the sheets and the bedding up to the pillows. Because when the cat jumps up on there, if he's got dirt in his paws or he rolls around in the sand right now, then he gets up on the bed and he leaves sand in the bed. So I'm like, just pull the blankets up. So I'm always saying to him, you going back to bed? Because he'll leave it like fully folded out, open. I'm like, you going back to bed? And he's like, oh. That's all he does now. He just goes, ugh. I'm like, I know the answer. But honestly, if he still does it after, hold on, how many years have we been married? I gotta get a calculator out. Is that horrible that I don't know? 34. It'll be 34 years in a couple weeks. So if we've been married for 34 years, yeah, he probably isn't going to be pulling those blankets over it all the time. If he's not doing it now, okay, why is it telling me I can't print this? All right, eBay, what you doing? You going to make me go to pirate ship? Buyer selected, first class mail, printable label with your funds. Oh, now that's weird because now it's giving me the option to print. It wasn't though. As long as it was organized, she was always okay. She was my right hand at our house in town. She would clean, organize, and take pics for me. Oh, that's awesome that she helped you. She would count our blessings and go to the post office. That is really nice. Tony doesn't really help me per se in the business. I mean, he used to run to the post office for me, but it's been a long time since he's run to the post office, like months probably. And he'll go garage sailing with me, but he sits in the car. He doesn't even get out and go to the garage sales. I'm like, why did you go garage sailing and then you just sit in the car? I don't get it. His back's been bothering him a lot lately. He's been in bed the last couple days. Although yesterday we went out for lunch for Father's Day and then we went to the casino. He won $76 or $78 is what he walked out with more. And I walked out with about $300 more than I walked in with. So It was a winning day for us. I was channeling my father. I sold, what did I just package? I didn't even show you guys it, did I? Oh yeah, those stickers. I sold this little notebook because, as you know, I love planners, stationery. Stationery is like my jam. I love it. This I picked up for $2, which I got to take the sticker off. And I sold it for $10.46. So it's a small, I've been thinking about bringing up my ASP. I know I've done some videos on it, my average sale price. And every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't know, because I'm just not sourcing that type of stuff. I've been trying to at garage sales, but I still find myself going to the stuff I enjoy. So I got all these from Supply Hut, but you know, some of them were really bad. They like stick to you though. I'm not a fan of the Supply Hut bubble mailers, but they will do. That's what I got. So Phil, I think you're the only one in here. Must be nobody else got notified that I'm live, and or they're on a better show today. They probably will send me a message. Like Anissa will be like, I didn't even know you were gonna go live. I didn't get notified. So that's usually what she says when she misses. All right, $4.15 for this shipping. And they paid $4.15, so that's good. I've noticed when I look at names that a lot of the names of a lot of my sales lately have been holiday over at Todd. Yeah, they're probably at Todd's show. I know a lot of them are hanging out over there. Well, at least Anissa does. A lot of the names of my buyers have been like, I don't know the correct way to say it. And I don't mean to offend somebody, but they're just like not like normalized American names. So we're definitely seeming to kind of be getting more people that have that type of name. Like that one with that last name, that person that just bought from me was, oh, where'd I put it? Okay. Can you see that name? I don't know. Hine. How do you say that? Hein Bayou. Like that's pretty. I just noticed that a lot. Like I got Dagmar Nutzel. I'm selling something too. I don't know, a lot of interesting names. I love unusual names. Of course, I'm Tamara, so that's unusual. It's not your average name. Not like Phil. All right, I sold this. It's a strawberry. It's a little basket from Avon. It's got little strawberries in it, and it's supposed to smell like strawberries, I guess. That's all wrapped up new. I picked this up for $1/4 at a garage sale, and I only ended up going for $5.85. I put it on 50% off. Do I have any 4x4s? Here we go. Ooh, you might be too big for that. You might be too big for my 4x4. Yeah, I should go over to Todd's and like say, hey, come leave Todd's channel. You watch him all the time. Come see me. I did a surprise show this morning. Because I'm like, what the heck? It's a holiday. I don't have to rush to get stuff done. Oh my gosh. This tape is not coming off this very good. Plus, I don't talk about gold and silver and all the good stuff these days. Oh, that literally fit perfect in this. It's exactly almost like the same size as this box. Just a wee bit smaller. Just a wee bit. I've been watching this girl on TikTok. She's got Tourette's. Her name's Bailey. And she videotapes all the time. And my son, we thought he had Tourette's when he was younger. Oh, I sold some wrapping paper. I sent out a bunch of offers this morning on Mercari. And that's what I just sold. One of my offers. I have been doing offers to likers every single day on eBay, twice a day. And I've been promoting my stuff on Mercari, which to promote is just to lower your price by like a couple bucks or whatever. And then today I decided to anybody who had liked my items, I was going to send everybody an offer. Some of them were extremely low because you have to like do a certain percentage from the last offer you sent. So I did that, and yeah, it was really low. Some of them. But if I can clear it out, that's the goal right now. Clear out my stuff. All right. So $366 in shipping. I probably should have shipped from, staying right here in New York. Yeah, probably should have shipped from Pirate Ship today. Although I did Pirate Ship the other day, and it was more expensive on Pirate Ship than it was eBay. I don't find those things very often, but I found it. All right, go to orders. Go to orders. I'm gonna go check Todd's show. Let's go see who's in Todd's show. 19 people. Let's go see if some of my regulars are over there. There's Anissa. Anissa. I think she's probably the only one. Like he's stopped in here once. Yeah, that's it. Just Anissa. Should I send her a message and tell her I'm live? Should I steal somebody from somebody else's show? No, probably not really nice, is it? But I do know she's always like, I didn't know you were live. So let me send you a message, Anissa. And I know you don't check Messenger very often. I'm live on YouTube. Come see me. She's very active over there in their chat, so she probably won't. I just don't want her to be like, oh, I didn't know you were live. I would have gone. Okay. Flip It Good is here. How are you doing? I know. I was just saying, like, I've been live for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. And I've only had Phil in here, which, hey, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with Phil. And of course, y'all know I like to talk, so I'll talk even if I'm the only one in here. Because that's what I do. I talk. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. Oh, I wanted to tell you about some podcasts I've been listening to lately. So when I've been in the car, I do have 4 travel time chit chats I need to edit and put up. One of them, I was coughing a lot. And then another one, which was from last week, I did like 4 or 5 different snippets. So I have to put them all together. Editing. Ugh, I hate editing. It's such a time suck. Because when I'm editing, I can't be like watching TV, and I like to multitask. And when I'm editing, you got to be editing because you got to hear it. Hey, Anissa! I'm like, where is everybody? And Phil says, probably because it's a holiday or over at Todd and Tom. And I'm like, I bet that's where Anissa is. I said, I'm going to go steal her. No, I just at least wanted to let you know I was live. And then it's up to you where you want to be. No offense if you decide to go back there. I've had a lot of tickles in my throat lately. Not sure what's causing that. Allergies. Somebody told me it was because, I think it was my brother, which is in one of my travel time. I mentioned, it doesn't fit. Damn. Plus, I didn't even show you what it was yet. So my brother was saying after he had COVID in March. And he said he's been having a lot of gook in his throat since then. And I think that's about when I've had a lot of mine. So speaking of week, Mandarin Chinese. That's how I sold. I picked that up thinking it was going to sell quickly. And I've had this for a very long time. And it sold for $8.55. So how are things going in this? I see your kids are at camp, your girls. For 5 days. So, 5 days isn't too bad. It's a nice break. It's nice to give them a chance to kind of get away. build those experiences. I've gone to camp before, and and then by the end of 5 days, they're kind of starting to miss home, and then they get to come home. So that's always nice. My kids used to go to like a 4-H camp. Okay, so I bubble wrap that, and I bought some of these really pretty mailers. Aren't they pretty? I don't like that part. The part about them leaving. There's a delay, so I don't know when you said that. But yeah, I don't know. I wish my kids would come back more often. I miss them. I miss that they're so far away and I don't see them often enough. But I was in the living room the other day listing, and I heard Tony talking to Kendra on the phone. And I was like, I'm just so happy that both of the kids, so AJ calls Tony every Wednesday at 7:30 in the morning on his way home from work. Every week he calls and they talk. Even if he's not, for some reason, if he's not working, if he took like a vacation or whatever, he'll still call him. Because some game was I don't remember the game, but some game came out a few weeks ago, video game. And my son literally took vacation so he could play it on the day it was released. And I must have been a Wednesday. Or maybe it was a Tuesday and he took Tuesday and Wednesday off. But he ended up calling Tony on that Wednesday still. So that's nice. And then I heard him talking to Kendra. And I was I don't know, it just makes my heart warm that the kids still even reach out to Dad and talk to him. Because of course they talk to me about stuff. Well, my son doesn't call me. He'll only call me when he hears me complain that he never calls me. And then he'll call me. Okay, let's see. Media mail, $3.65. So you missed, I'm going to go out and do some weeding today. And I went to go out this morning. I got in my like, I'm going to go to work clothes, work in the yard clothes. And it must have rained or something last night, but everything is wet. So I said, okay, I'll wait for the sun to come out and dry up the walkway, because the front of my walkway, the front of my house, my landscaping has been overtaken by weeds. And I've been putting it off because we were going to hire the Amish kids to come over and weed it. And I don't know, it's just hard to schedule it out because our schedules are so wacky. And I feel kind of weird, like hiring somebody to do something that I can do. But time was more of the issue. Enough where I even reached out to, we have a pool, and I reached out to the local pool place, which I got to call them because they haven't replied to my message on Facebook, to see if they know like a pool boy. I didn't say a pool boy, I said like pool maintenance person that can come to our house once a week and maintain our pool for us, because like tomorrow we leave for camping, and last week we were home for the whole week, but hardly ever are we home for a whole week. So it's just when we get home, the pool ends up being all yucky and there's stuff in it. And I'm sorry, I'll show you what I'm doing here in a minute. I have to do some maintenance on an item I got here. Okay, so do you remember these from a long time ago? Like a few years ago? Mom and I made a bunch of these. We wrapped these bars of soap in scrapbook paper and put them on these wooden things. They're made for soap. They're like indented, and then tied them off. And we were selling these at Christmas, but I made some that were non-Christmas, and this one just sold. I did drop the price on it. Let me find it. It sold for $6.52, 55% off. Because I'm like, just get out of here. That's all I want. Just get out of here, stuff. I'm trying to find my 6.4s. Oh, I think I only got 3 left. I should have restocked these this morning. So part of my going through my death pile is taking the time to, you know what? I'm sitting here looking for my tape. There's literally 5 rolls right here next to me. So let's change out, because all 3 rolls are pretty much out of tape. All 3 guns I got here. So are you going to do anything exciting while the kids are at camp? You know what I've been listing lately is clothes. And you'll see here in a bit, I've got clothes I'm shipping today. I haven't listed clothes or done clothes in so long. But I cleaned out Mom's closet. And honestly, I haven't even gotten to a lot of her clothes. A lot of these clothes I'm listing have been from my mother-in-law when she moved over here. She cleaned out her closet and I got a lot of her clothes. But then I do have a few I picked up on garage sales that I got one today that I'm shipping from a garage sale. And then, yeah, I still got a bunch of Mom's actually. So these are not Mom's. Her shoes are though. Do I have any shoes today? One pair of shoes. Oh, see, I knew I was going to need some. Anissa, are you going, or are any of you guys going to the thing in Cincinnati in October? Reseller Rally? Is that what I think? Reseller Rally? Is that what it's called? I'm looking for my tissue. Come here, tissue. Oh, tissue. My Kleenex box is falling. I've been picking up my office. It's actually looks so much better than it had been, but it still needs a lot of work. I'm going to put a little Two Birds Home Design decor or home decor. It's now called Two Birds Designs, but my cards, my business cards still say Two Birds Home Decor on them. Now it's just one little bird. We lost a bird. But speaking of birds, I saw a cardinal in my window this morning. I was like, oh, Dad came to visit. I went to grab my phone and he left and didn't come back. I waited around for him and he was gone. I'd love to go to one of those, but haven't yet. Yeah, this will be my first one. I'm kind of excited about going and hopefully meeting some people. I know like Victoria's going to be there. I don't really know who else is going to be there. I joined the Facebook group, but nobody's posting in it. So, I need an air pillow. Air pillow? Do you have an air pillow? I've got some air pillows. I just need one. Not me. I'm not socially active enough. I know this is way outside my comfort zone. Way outside. Even though I have things in common with these people, and some of them I know, most of them don't know me. Like I watch their channels, like let's say Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker. I watch him, but he doesn't know me. So it's just really odd. But I guess this is a way for them to get to know you. I don't know. I'm really nervous about it. I'm really nervous. I've actually considered canceling. But then I keep saying, well, why did you buy the ticket to begin with? And it really comes down to, it was right after my mom died. And this whole year, I'm all about like, we got to make memories. That's what life is about, making memories. And that's how people are going to remember you when you're gone, is the memories. So that's why I bought a ticket, to make memories. Enough where I'll tell you a story about my daughter. So we were driving home. I don't think I've shared this story yet. I'm trying to put this on nice. Trying to fit the label on perfect on the front. So we're driving home from Utah via Wyoming. And my daughter had sent me a message when we were in Utah about the Jonas Brothers were going to be coming to Massachusetts. Well, her and I saw the Jonas Brothers in 2019, and they just released a new album, and she's just been a Jonas freak like forever. So she wanted to go see them and wanted to know if I'd go with her. And I said, well, let me think about it. And then it was the same time that Tony was going to be leaving for a hunting trip. I think he's going to South Carolina. So I said, all right, I'll go with you. And I went to get tickets, and up in the nosebleed seats, It was the first day you could buy tickets to the general public. So like the floor was already sold. Like it sold so fast. And well, no, they had a process where you had to be like, if you follow them on social media and you like get text messages from them, which I've had since 2019, then you could put your name into a hat to get like this VIP where you could buy tickets before everybody else. So I did that and she did that, and neither of us, we both got put on a wait list. So then the first time I could buy tickets was like the next day after all of those people could buy tickets. So I'm in the nosebleeds, and it was like $140 for the ticket, and then with fees and everything it came up to over $300 for her and I. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous." So I said to her, "How bad do you really want to go see them?" And I said, on a scale of 1 to 10. And we're, of course, we're driving in the RV. And I said to Tony, I said, I'm going to ask her how bad she really wants to see them. If she says an 8 or above, I'm going to buy the tickets. And she said a 7. And I'm like, "Oh, you said a 7." And Tony goes, "You should tell her she lost out because she said 7." And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Well, I haven't cried over it since you told me we weren't going to." Because I originally told her, I said, "It's too expensive. We're not going to go." And so it was probably like an hour later, and it was just eating away at me. And I said, so she told me she hasn't cried over it. So it's she's not that sad. And I said, "Okay." Well, then probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes went by. And of course, I'm just texting her, right? And she's at work. So 10 or 15 minutes went by. And all of a sudden, I was just like, I started crying. And Tony's like, "What is wrong?" I'm like, "Oh, this year is supposed to be about making memories. And why am I caring about what the price is? Let's go make the memories." Cause financially I'm getting some money from my mom. So I'm not that financially strapped. And I said that I've been wanting to give her. So I read that book. Did anybody else read that book called Die with Zero that John Chartier, aka Grumpy, had recommended? And I did a video on it talking about it, like a book review. Well, I read that book, and it talks a lot about not, they obviously dying with zero, but spending your money while you're alive, while you make it. If you want to give money when you're dead, well, give it to them when they're younger and they could use it more. Give it to them then. So I've been thinking like, okay, I want to do that. So my husband just started getting in April his military retirement. So even though he was in the military for 30 something years, because he was active duty and then the Guard Reserve for that many years, he was a federal technician during the day, during the week. So he gets his federal technician retirement. Well, his military didn't kick in until he was 60. So now we got that coming in. So I said, you know, is I would like to give the kids some money because they could use it now. They could use the money to, um, fix up their house, buy a new house, take a vacation, like do something like that. Like I'd love to do it like every year, be able to give them something. I mean, I'm not talking a lot, maybe a couple thousand, right? Although to some of you, a couple thousand could be a lot of money, but even just a couple thousand or even 5,000, I don't even know the amount. I haven't even figured it out. I mean, I don't want to die with zero. I'd like to die with at least $1, but I want to make sure that I have the ability to give my kids some money. But the thing is, I feel like if I gave them money, well, first of all, my son doesn't need it. He's got enough, and he doesn't need it. And oh, there's a deer in the backyard. Trying to see if it was a buck. I don't think so. Oh, there's 2 deer. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at. Make sure none of them have a baby, because I'd love to see the fawn. Tony said there's 2 fawns on our property that he's seen already. She's skinny. She must have a baby. She is so skinny. Okay, sorry for the squirrel moment. Oh, just excited. I just love to see them. In the winter, we see them all the time, but in the summer, they're just not around because there's so much food around for them. So one of the things I said to Tony back in like February, when we were talking about this money with my mom, I said I'd really like to use it for these memories. So I ended up saying, screw it. I'm just going to buy the goddamn tickets. So I went on And I bought the tickets and I sent her a screenshot of it. And she said, then she started crying. She said she wasn't crying when she wasn't going to go, but then she started crying when she found out she was going to go. And then I ended up going to book our hotel room because it's at Mohegan Sun, which is a casino. And it's like $400 a night at the hotel. So I'm like, well, we could stay off the hotel or off the casino property, stay somewhere else for cheaper. But I love casinos and she doesn't. So I figured if we at least go to the concert and we stay at the casino hotel, then I can go gambling after the concert and she can go back to the room. So that's what I decided to do. So $1,000 down the drain for a Jonas Brothers concert. Doesn't count our food. I sold these Maxell cassette tapes. People say they sell really well. I've had these forever, and they finally sold for $7.20. And I have another one available that hasn't sold. So some of these are what not to buy. So there's my story about making memories, because that's the whole goal, is I just want to make memories with my kids. So when I pass on, my kids will have those memories of things that they were able to do with me. You know, I don't want them to look at a remodeled bathroom when I die, and because at that point they may not even be in that house to see that remodeled bathroom. What kind of memory is that? I say that because my daughter needs to remodel her bathroom. But it's her boyfriend's house. It's not her house. I kind of feel like if they were married, I probably would jump on it and give her the money for the bathroom. But there's part of me is kind of like, well, I pay and remodel your bathroom and then you break up for some reason. Not that I think that's going to happen. $14. Oh, good. I put the exact weight in. I never do that. So they paid the exact $6 that it cost. Yeah. How's everybody's sales doing? Are y'all in a summer slowdown? A summer slump? I think because of all these sales I'm doing. Plus I've been listing new stuff. And normally when I list, I kind of list on the high end. And lately I've been listing more on the lower end. So if something sells between $20 and $40, I'm listing more on the 20 end. I'm just kind of wanting to get stuff out of here. Okay, so these are Etsy. Should I jump over? Let me just jump over to Etsy over here. Open up Etsy so we can get rid of these. So this I sold. I was searching for this for a while this morning. I thought I was going to have to go buy another one. Hope I could find one. But so Outlander, I picked these up and they were selling. And I said, what is Outlander? So I ended up looking up Outlander, found out it was a show that's on Netflix. And I've been watching Outlander, 5 seasons, I think, for the last 2 months. Well, I was watching it while we were on our trip in April, May, and I just finished it up. And that's what I've been watching as I've been listing. So I've been pretty, I don't know if it'll fit in this flat right through this bubble. So I've been pretty much watching it every day, at least for 2 or 3 hours, where I list. Oh, you're not going to fit. All right, I don't know if I should bubble wrap you. I only got one roll of bubble wrap left. I'm going to have to buy some bubble wrap. I guess I got to go with American Bubble Boy since they seem to be the only one. This bubble wrap looks like it's been eaten by a monster. I think I need to refresh. The other thing I've been doing, Anissa, is I've been ending and selling similar. anything that's a year old. I'm going to start to get it down to probably 90 days, but I've got I got 2,000 listings. I got a lot of stuff that's old, stale. So I think it's time to just kind of refresh it. And some of those items have been selling after I do that, because eBay thinks it's a new listing. So it kind of gets pushed up in the top. And honestly, if somebody's been liking it for the last year and they haven't bought it yet, you're probably not going to buy it. So if I lose a watcher, I don't care. I've sent you offers and you haven't bought it. So at that point, I even have some that are 55% off that I haven't ended and relisted yet. And I've been doing it recently. And I'll get a watcher on them. And I've been sending them an extra 5% off. So it ends up being almost 60%. Because it's 55 and then the extra 5% on top of that. But it's not quite 60 when you calculate it. So I'm like, that's not too shabby for some deals. For some people, get it out of here. And I haven't even like looked to see has the market changed where it's, you know, I probably could get away with just dropping some of them 10%, but at this point I just want it gone. Okay, how much do you weigh? 14 ounces. Outlander. So I've enjoyed Outlander, and I'm now trying to decide whether or not I want to pay for Stars, because the new season just came out, but it's on Stars. $6 and shipping. Purchase. I got stuff in front of my screen. I can't see the buttons. I'm just clicking down in the corner, hoping that's where it is. And it was. I assume UPS. Yes, UPS is open today. Sold 30 bars of soap yesterday. Woohoo! So that is interesting. You do really well with soap. That's been on my list of something. So my daughter works for Vermont Soap Company. They sell on Amazon, and they also have a retail store. They closed their retail store, and they're thinking about, I think as of right now, they're pulling all their stuff back from Amazon, not selling on Amazon anymore. But I know they have sales. So I'm like, maybe I could take over what they were doing. And they would ship it right to Amazon for me. And the other thing, and so which makes no sense why they're doing that. All right, so then I sold these little Happy Planner. They're the same thing, but one's backwards. It says today, and then don't forget, it fits in your Happy Planner. $1.12 is what I paid for them. I put them in a 2-pack, and they sold for $22.21 with shipping. Oh, that's right. I need to get another peeler. My Scotty peeler. Is that what's called? Scotty peeler. I put it over near where I've been taking pictures, because I've been using it to peel off labels. I don't want to have to get up and go get it. Too lazy. I'm going to use my fingers. So, UPS might go on strike. Oh, hey, Holly. When'd you pop in? Just now? Did you say something earlier and I missed it? So the soap. So the other thing they do is they do private label. So I was talking to John Chartier. You know, he sells $1 million+ on Amazon, and he sells mostly replenishables. So if you've ever found his store, he's got like stuff for car dealers, like used car dealers that they would put in their windows or put on the keys to hang on the thing with the numbers and all this other stuff. So it's pretty much, replenishable for car dealers. But he also sells shaving cream, kitchen towels, like a bundle of kitchen towels and probably like a pot holder or something. And he told me, he's like, well, think about what grandma used to use. And, that's the type of stuff you should look at, targeting replenishable stuff. Like even like a kitchen towel. You know, people will replace their kitchen towels. Some of them do it like every year. Yeah, he did close his the flag shop because he was selling only US made and they went out of business during COVID. They haven't reopened. So he doesn't sell flags at all anymore. Even though I'm pretty sure his store name still has like flag or something in it. But yeah, so I've been thinking about, because my daughter was saying how they were going to like trade shows and trying to get people to do private label soap. Hey, Claudia! Oh my gosh, how are you? How is Norway doing? How are you feeling? I've been thinking about you. And so I was talking to her about it, and she goes, yeah, they do a lot of private label, but they do a lot of private label for like some of the soap that we were using was it's the company, like the chain of stores that sell men's suits, Men's Warehouse, maybe. And they decided not to carry this certain soap anymore. So she says, do you want it? Because they still had a whole bunch of it at their warehouse, and they were going to throw it away because they can't even like donate it because it's got Men's Warehouse's name or whatever on it. I don't think it was Men's Warehouse. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I was like, I'll take it. I like the smell of it. So we took a bunch of it. Maybe all of it. I don't know. We got a lot. We haven't had to pay for soap in a long time. 7 ounces. So she was telling me, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard this. So where she works, they give them so many soap a month. So you can get like so many pounds or so many something, or whatever it is. And they sell a lot of like Castile oil or Castile soap, not oil, but Castile soap. And so she says to me that, so she used to get it for free and she would bring it to me and so forth. Well, now they're going to start charging them as of like the value of the soap that she takes. She doesn't have to pay for it, but she'll get like on her taxes. It'll be like a benefit that they provide her, and she'll have to pay taxes on the value of it, like she got paid that. So it's like they're paying her in soap. Have you guys heard of that? I said, that's interesting that they're doing that. She goes, yeah, they must need it for tax purposes. And I'm like, they could write it off as a tax deduction anyhow, giving their employees soap. Like, I don't understand why they have to now tax it. I said, well, maybe it's a law that was passed in Vermont that makes it so they have to tax it now. I don't know. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so this is Vera Bradley. They are like these note cards that are on this big like keychain thing. I picked it up for $4.99. I think I got these at Home Goods. And I sold that plus this bullet journal. The combined with shipping, $38.67. She can decline the soap. Yeah, so it's only when she takes the soap will she have to pay. I'm taking it out of this bag. I'm going to ship it without that bag. This one is okay. I'm going to put it in a new bag. Yeah, so she declines the soap. She won't have to. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. She thinks this company being greedy somehow. And I'm like, I don't see where it's the company. Like, I really feel like something must have changed that makes it now they have to put that on, so that the state can get tax or something. That's all I can think about. So you're fine. Norway is fine. Quite warm right now. Deliciously warm. That's nice. It's going to be like 70 today. We've got sun all week long here. Very nice here. It's been chilly and it's been raining. It has not been very nice weather. We went camping a couple weeks ago and it rained pretty much the whole weekend. We're going camping tomorrow and it calls for sun all week. So I'm really excited. We got some friends coming in tomorrow night for dinner. Which reminds me, I need to do a grocery pickup. I need to figure out what we're going to be eating so I can feed everyone. Speaking of eating, I'm feeling very lightheaded and my stomach is kind of not feeling good because I feel like I'm hungry. All right, what am I going to put you in? Oh, let's see how much you weigh because you might be over a pound. I bet you are. You feel like you're over a pound. Oh, yeah. Whoosh, 1.7. What are we going to put you in? How about where are you going? Because maybe we could put you in oh, you're going to Puerto Rico. Maybe a flat rate. Oh, you know what? I don't have any bubbles. I have to go grab a bubble mailers. Oh, forget it. I put some up here yesterday. Sounds like a new CFO at the company. Yeah, maybe. Oh, well, there might be some changes because I think the owner of the company has kind of stepped back a little bit. And so I don't know if they brought somebody new in. They've been doing some redesigning, a lot of changes. They've laid some people off. You know, they were part of that whole group of people that during COVID, so many people were at home ordering online. So they hired a bunch of people for production, for shipping. And then their sales have gone back down. Right now it's 1.8. Oh, I don't care what it weighs. It's a flat rate. So now their sales have gone down, and so they're laying people off. All right, padded envelope. 880. 880. Is that how much a padded envelope is? Jeez, I haven't used one in a while. The buyer prefers this address to the USPS suggested one. Okay. That's weird that Etsy tells you that. Oh, you know what? I just sent something to Norway. I had to find the it's not called VAT in Norway. It's called something else. I'm pretty sure. And I had to search Etsy to find it because I ship through Pirate Ship and they don't make it easy for you to find the tax ID number that you need to put on your customs form. But I'm pretty sure it was Norway. I'm going to go look. Where? Oh, it wasn't this Etsy. You know what it was? It was a planter from the Dollar Tree that of a raccoon, which I'm pretty sure if you've been watching, you've seen them. And I've told you guys to stay away from them because they are an extremely slow mover. I think I bought these maybe 3 years ago. And it sold. They paid a lot of money for shipping and everything. I'm going to pull it up. Pretty sure it was Norway. Yeah, it's in Finstad Jordet, Norway. I don't know how you say that. They marked it as a gift, which is funny because it was bought by Jorn and shipped to Jorn. So I'm like, yeah, no. So they paid a total of $58.30 for a Dollar Tree planter, raccoon planter. In Norway, VAT is called MVA. Okay, yeah, I remember when I looked, it was like a different thing. I just bought a new Vera purse, a purple one. Oh, I've got a purple one. I took it from Mama. I took all her Vera Bradley stuff. Sounds like a new CFO. Maybe the company wants to stop employees from selling the soaps they get from the company. Yeah, I don't know because I don't know if they sell it. But she had when she came over at Easter when I was sick with COVID from the funeral, she brought over these like gift packs, and they're like in a wooden crate with straw, and they have like 4 or 5 items. They were tossing them out, and I'm like, I'll take them. It's amazing the stuff that they throw out. Why don't you donate it to like a homeless shelter or something? Like, why are you throwing stuff out? It makes no sense to me. Don't throw it out. But where they are, there really isn't. There's not like thrift stores. There's not really anything there. But I'm sure somebody would volunteer to drive a couple hours or an hour north to find a place to donate it to. So I sold just this very basic Studio Works t-shirt. Like very basic. I've had this listed for a long time. think this used to be mine at one time, but or maybe I got it and I don't know. I put stuff in the dryer and stuff shrinks. So it went for $5.19. Can you handle that? What a deal. I need to get more of these. I got to make sure I measure this before I use my last one. I want to ride the train into Phoenice in the winter. Big fan of rail cowgirl videos. Absolutely beautiful country. My son-in-law, my hopefully super future son-in-law, is a huge train buff. Huge train buff. I just got done watching The Last Cowboy Standing. Anybody watch that? It's on Fox. And that's what I watched while I was listing this weekend. It's only like 4 episodes. Etsy doesn't make it easy to find VAT number. I know. It's supposed to add the number to the entire Europe, and it's always hard to find. It is so hard to find. I mean, it's easy if I want to ship through them because it'll fill it out for you, but I don't like to ship through them. I like to ship through Pirate Ship because it's cheaper. Right, 7 ounces, 12, 8. Oh, so one thing I've been noticing on eBay lately when I'm listing, and I list from a computer, is that when I put in the pounds and then I put in the ounce and then I'll put in the dimensions, when I get done the dimensions, I'll go back and I notice that the ounce is missing. So a lot of times I'll guess and I'll be like 1 pound, 5 ounces, just because even though I know it's 2, which I should just now start just putting 2, just be a flat 2 pounds. Because I'll go back and I'll see that missing, but I'm wondering how many I miss, and it's only going to charge them the 1 pound rate, which is really your 16.9 pound rate, which is first class, versus the well, I mean, I'm still putting priority, so it's just going to be cheaper than what it really is going to cost me. I know I'm going to find some errors because I've noticed it enough times that I know some have probably gotten by me. All right, there goes that shirt. I'd say it was a good deal, but by the time you add in shipping, not that great of a deal for a used shirt that was just a very basic brand. Okay. Oh, new offer on the Bubble lawnmower. I'll have to go see what that is. Croft & Barrel. I sold these capri pants from Croft & Barrel. See, clothes, you guys. I like never do clothes, but they are a plus size clothing. This sold for $13.86. I graduated in 1986, so sometimes when I'm listing stuff, I feel nostalgic, and I put 86 as the ending penny amount. So I've been putting almost all my clothes into bags because not long ago, probably in the winter, I'd gotten some comment from a buyer because the bag had ripped, the poly bag, and the stuff had gotten wet or damaged or whatever. YouTube has so many train traveling channels, so really cool ones. Okay, so let me put, okay, it's under a pound. So this is how horrible I am. Even if they pay for priority mail, because some of these I probably put as a flat rate bubble. If it's under a pound, I'm still sending it first class. Nobody has complained yet. Because when I look down, okay, this one was, yeah, flat rate padded. Here's one of them. 1 pound, 0 ounces. And it's as a priority padded envelope. So this is where it didn't take the ounce, because if it says priority down here, it meant I had more than just 1 pound up above, and it didn't take it. So when I look at the delivery date, so if it went the priority mail padded, it's expected to get there between June 21st and the 24th. But first class is the 22nd to the 26th. So I guess there's a couple of days, probably because of a weekend. I'm going to go first class with it anyhow, because it's just what I'm doing. I did the 1 pound right. I should have changed it to the 13 ounces. I think it's probably the same, right, though. I have no interest in traveling internationally. Maybe someday I'll want to do it, but right now there's just too many bad things. Did you see that airplane? I haven't followed up to find out what happened a couple weeks ago that had to do an emergency landing in Russia. I'm like, hells to the no, would I want to be on an airplane that has to do an emergency landing in Russia? The Lives of Saints. So I picked this up at a garage sale. I think I paid $1 for it. I don't remember because it was last year and I forgot to list it. But it's a nice book. And from 1954. I listed it and it sold in less than 24 hours for $14.75. In this case, I did not list this one on the low end. I listed it. There was other ones listed. I don't think there was very many sold. And I kind of was more in the middle. And it sold like right away, which really surprises me. I think I went media with this one. Yeah. I did. Will you fit in an 864? I don't think so. I think you're too big. I think you're too big, Box. Oh, yes. You are way too big. So, will you fit in a UPS box that's free? Let's see. Oh, yeah. You'll fit. Boss Flim. There we go. That is quite the name. What language do you speak? I think I've asked you that before. What language do you speak in Norway? A new message. Uh-oh. Let's see. A new message on eBay. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, that's right. I sold something on Macari while we were packing. What is the condition of functional operation of all zippers? Any defects or stains inside? Is the outer mesh holder defect-free? Randall, Madison, Wisconsin, age 70. Look, it says message 1. Okay, I'm just going to show you. So this is a little backpack I listed. There you see his username. I don't really care. Look at he must copy and paste that. And it literally has his signature at the bottom. Like, what? You know, I've got somebody I'm selling something for not very much. Like $5-6. And they've asked me so many. Hey, see you later, Phil. John Deere waiting for your butt. Go have a good day. Man, this box is too big. I wonder if the smaller ones would fit better. I might. Let me go grab a smaller one. I'll be right back. I don't think I have. Oh, wait a minute. I have one here. You get to see me in my work clothes. Not working this business, but my outdoor work clothes. Because I was like, I'm going to be on the ground. I'm going to get all dirty. I told my husband I got to sit down on the pavement or the cement walkway. And I'm going to have to scoop because I got a bad knee. So I'm going to have to scoop myself across. Oh, you might not be wide enough. You may not be wide. I thought these were the same width, but just not as big. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Look at it. It's like perfect. It fits perfect. Oh, how exciting. So I'm like, I'm just going to sit on the ground and scoot. I'm just going to plan on being there for a considerable amount of time. Ooh, this is a tight fit. Let's hope I can get it to work. It might be just a 1/8 of an inch too big, actually. Just a little bit big. But I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to sit on the ground and scoot. I don't care if I get dirty or whatever. So I just like, I might want to just be in comfortable clothes that I don't care if I get grubby. Oh, Danish. I think you told me that before. Local version of Danish. What is the I think that the Amish here speak Danish. I'm pretty sure that's what they speak to each other. Norwegian and Swedish are modern versions of Danish. All three languages pretty much variations. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they speak to each other. It's probably why the kids look at me, because they're like trying to figure out what I'm saying. It's got to be so hard as a child to be learning two languages at once. I said to one of my employees one time from Puerto Rico, because he speaks Spanish, and I said, when you dream, because he speaks Spanish, but he also speaks Dutch. That's it. That's probably what it is. Dutch, not Danish. He starts with a D. He said, because he speaks English very well. And I said, what do you dream in? Do you dream where you're speaking Spanish, or do you dream where you're speaking English? Yeah, I can't remember what he ever told me what his answer was. Because obviously that would be like your first language, whatever one you dream in. That's the one you're thinking of. 2 pounds, 14 ounces. Not bad. I said 211. And does the size of the box matter for medium mail? I don't know. I know it does not matter right now for first class, but first class is going away. I'm going to kind of combine it with parcel post. So let's see, 97973. 97. My husband's still sleeping. I have not heard him move around upstairs. He has been in so much pain. We were at the casino and I was like, where are you? I texted him. I'm like, where are you? He said he was in the sports grill. And I'm like, you ready to go? And he says, yes. He said he was in a lot of pain. And going to the machine to cash in your ticket, he was having a really hard time just walking to that. So that stinks. I hate when he's in pain. I should tell his daughter, because it was his daughter was giving him a hard time to go over to her house and cut some trees and cut some logs up into like smaller logs with his chainsaw. And then she had a big table, and then her stairs were uneven, so he lifted her stairs to put some stuff underneath them, the outdoor back porch stairs, and it threw out his back, and he's been in pain since then. Not getting anything done. Like I said, my pool's a mess. And she kind of like guilts him into, oh, you went and fixed this for AJ. How come you're not coming to fix this for me? And all right, so I sold these capri pants. Again, some more capris that I'm clearing out some clothes. These were for $14.75. So I will say that the capri pants that I've listed have been selling really fast. Like within a week, a lot of them have sold. Right, I need a bag. And then I think this says priority too, but guess what? Oh, you're going to California. Okay, that might make a difference. Because you've got to go all the way over to California. I don't think I'm going to answer that guy who asked all those questions on that bag. Maybe I will. It's a $20 bag, maybe. But somebody will probably come along and buy it without me having to answer all those questions. Once upon a time, we used to speak Old Norse, but then things changed and Denmark ruled these parts for some centuries, and we adopted their language. We had the Old Norse. Old Norse. Never even heard of that. So one thing I've been watching with Outlander, if anybody else has watched that, is learning how much the British overtook so many countries under their rule. And because they invaded Scotland is where that took place originally. And of course, now if you haven't seen it, well, I'm going to say something. So it's kind of going to be a whatever. They end up in the U.S. And of course, now at the time the Britain is taking over the U.S. and the Revolutionary War is going to be starting. So it's like, come on, Britain. Why do you feel the need to have to control so much? And here they are, such a small country. Guys, it's kind of like, I was listening to a show yesterday. Oh, I know what it was. I was watching, how much did I say this weighed? It was like 10 pounds or something. Yeah, 10 pounds. I put in 2 pounds. Guess what? You're going first class. I know, breaking all those rules, ain't I? I'm shipping it differently than they paid. All right, 24. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I just bought the padded. I forgot to click on first class. Guess what you're doing? You're going in here now. Damn it. Now I could void it and wait for the refund. See, it's so bad that my printer just ate my label. I know, Munyon. You haven't done anything in so long. I haven't had any issues with you in forever. Oh, I got sticker residue in here. There's the old. Okay, I've heard of RuneScape. So I was watching. Hannity had Gavin Newsom on, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch that. I am a true believer that you really should open your mind to all sides, hear what people have to say and then make your own judgment. So I was listening to him and there was some information given that I was like, wow, I never really thought about that. But they were talking about China. Okay. Reprint it. Thank you. Thank you very much. So they were talking about China and how China wants to put a base in Cuba. And, of course, the U.S. is like, hell no. But so they were talking about how many bases the U.S. has around the world versus how many China has. Now I got to put this into this stupid thing. They printed the wrong thing. And, yeah, so they were saying that China has no bases around the world outside of China. And the U.S. has something like 355 or I don't know. Don't count me on that number. Double check it because I'm sure it's wrong. But it was a big number like that. And I was like, wow, hadn't really thought about that. But then again, the U.S. was very smart after each world war or any type of war. They would always make sure they would keep a presence there, except for, of course, Afghanistan. And that really has kind of helped us be able to form partnerships with other countries and be able to help them in a time of need. Oh, I just sold the Monster Jam. I gotta go grab that after too. Oh, these sales keep coming in. Now I'm at 22. So I had listed this vintage nightgown, which I almost kept, but I was like, hey, I'll sell it instead. And this went for $28. I think this is going international because the name is very international. Where are you going? To Germany. You're going to Germany. Okay. Let's see. We'll fold it into thirds and then we're going to put you in a baggie. We'll put you in a baggie. Oh, that might be too small. Put you in my most popular size. Okay, you know what? I'm going to measure this right now while I'm thinking of it. Got to get more of these. More of these. Okay. 10 by 8. 10 by 8 is my most popular bag. I need to get more of those. The Norwegian Vikings didn't speak Danish. They spoke Old Norse. So all those TV shows, like my husband's been watching these like Viking shows. Are they? I wonder if they're set in Norway. Excuse me for my cough. Hopefully it didn't hurt your ears. Okay. Oh, what should I put you in? I might put this in a box. I think I'm going to put it in. All I have is eBay boxes, though. I feel like I might want to box this. I don't know if it would. It might fit in this. I'm going to put it in this one. I mean, a bag should be okay, but. And I know this will make the weight go up a little bit more, but I don't think it'll make it go up. I mean, they paid for 10 ounces, and there's no way that weighs 10 ounces. I kind of go on the high end, because then I can make a little bit money on shipping. But this is going international. I just feel like a box would be better than a bag. A box and a bag. Oh, it's going to a doctor. A doctor. In Dusseldorf. My husband said he'd like to go to Italy sometime, so I might think about planning a trip to Italy. I don't know. International travel scares me. And especially going to countries that don't speak your language. Like if they don't speak English, it's just hard. How do you communicate with people? I know there's apps and all that kind of stuff, but oh, I don't want to do it through you. First class mail. Okay, this one still I can do through. Where are you? Where is my pirate ship? How come you're hidden? Why are you hidden, pirate ship? So most of my stuff is now that new eBay International Standard Delivery. Oh, this service will transition to eBay International shipping by July 1st. So I'll have to go back and change. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think I'm probably just going to use eBay, even though I make money when I do it through pirate ship. Probably just going to start using eBay. Okay, doctor. Here you are, doctor. 9 ounces. 9 ounces. 8, 6, 4. Should I put insurance on this? How much did you pay? 28 bucks? It's going to, let me see how much more it will cost with insurance. Okay, describe what you are selling. Nightgown. 1. 28 pounds, ounces. 9 ounces. Harmonization. I wonder what countries need the harmonization number. I always just add it, but I wonder if it's necessary. So, nightgown. Knitted or crocheted? Other. Cotton, man-made fiber, other. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay, let me see if you're necessary in Germany. Probably. Oh, let's see. I know Norway needs it. Northern Ireland and Switzerland. So there's Northern Ireland. Is there a Southern Ireland or just Ireland? Is there Ireland and Northern Ireland? South America. Oh, every shipment going to member countries in the European Union. Germany's not in the European Union, are they? I don't know. I don't know who, what, where, when. Is Germany in the European? I don't even know how to spell European. But not only Britain and France. I wish Posh would add a shipping option for perfumes. I have so many that are almost full that I can't list on eBay. I put them under collectibles. I've been still listing my perfumes. Germany, Northern Ireland is part of the UK. Oh, Germany is in the EU. See, you would know because you're over in that part of the country. Like, I'm clueless. So that means I have to put in one of these things. So I don't know. Is nylon a man-made fiber? Probably. I would say probably. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. Petticoats. Here we go. You put you of man-made fibers. I'm going to put under man-made because I bet you it would be flagged if it was not man-made. Because they'd be like, oh, you're shipping. Okay, wait a minute. I've been putting it on all of my orders, whether I need it or not, except for Canada. I don't put it on Canada. Okay, now I got to go find the tax number. Is there? Okay, back to orders. Oh my gosh, so much work. How much did you collect in tax? Yeah, $10. So, oh, here it is. 27. I can copy it. Copy. Paste. Normally it's so easy. What are you doing? Get away. No. All right, I'm just going to Control V you. Made from petroleum. Petroleum's not man-made though. Listen, when you make something that is man-made, it all comes from natural resources. Everything is from a natural resource that you have done something to turn it into something, even plastic. All right, $1.35 to insure it for $28. Is it worth it? I'm going to do it because I would at least get my $17.34 back because it'd give me $28. And the nightgown was free. So $17.24 versus eBay was $22. So we'll do that. Dr. Christine, you're going to be getting your negligee. Negligee. All right, says eBay. I don't care. I'm trusting that Germany's going to treat that appropriately and not steal the belongings. I don't think Germany's usually a problem. I think it was only a problem if you, because they want to tax you and stuff. But if you use pirate ship, it goes over in like groupings, and there's something that makes it okay to ship. But if you ship directly to Germany yourself, there's like a bunch of crap you got to do. It is considered man-made when the material is not found in nature, like nylon, lycra, plastic. They are made from oil. Yeah, I figured that, but in reality, it's it's so weird to think as I'm watching this Outlander, right? And they're back in 1870? No, 1770. Yeah, because it's before 1776. I think they're 1772 right now, I think, in the show, or 71. And it's just weird to think like she's making penicillin and like all these inventions that come over time that weren't around then, but all the materials were there for them to make it. They just didn't know how to do it. And you think about what's it going to be like in 100 years, right? None of us will be here in 100 years, but what will be around in 100 years that's not here now? So I sold this shirt. Rough hewn. So this was one of my mother-in-law's shirts that she gave me when she moved here. I finally, 2 years later, went through the box. This is really big. Don't need a big one. I could use another small one. Oh, I don't have that many left. Only got about 4 left. Oh, this might be too small. Yeah, let's just use the big one. So I've been listing all of these shirts. I've listed so many clothes. I have a box of winter coats now. I think I'm just going to list it because I don't want to just hold on to stuff and keep it in my way. I'd rather just list it and get it listed. And the thing is in 3 months when people are going to be starting to look for winter coats again, I'll be able to end and sell similar. I'm hoping that point, every 90 days, I'm going to be ending and selling similar. So Claudia, it's a good thing you're not on Etsy anymore. It seems like Etsy has really been going to town, closing down so many stores on the Etsy boards. I don't know if you're still a member of any of them, but on the Etsy groups, so many people are like, my items are handmade, and they told me they're not. They closed my store and everything else, and they're freezing people's money, and nobody's answering phone calls or emails. It's just crazy. Okay. See, now this is when I wish my thing wasn't broken, because I need to like lean it against something. 9 ounces. So I closed my Red Barn Planning website. I was doing Shopify. And I told myself I'd give myself a year and decide whether or not I wanted to still do it. And it didn't I still had sales here and there. Probably over the year I had maybe 20 sales on it. Not enough to make it worth paying the $30 or whatever it is, $40 a month. But I've been kind of hemming and hawing whether or not I wanted to keep it. Well, Shopify sent me a message on a Friday saying that I needed to provide them with invoices of my items that I have for sale on Shopify within 48 hours, or they're going to close my account. Well, that was on a Friday. I was camping. I didn't check my messages. I didn't see anything. I didn't know to even like do anything until Monday, Sunday morning. So they sent it to me Friday evening, not even 48 hours. Sunday morning, they sent me an email saying they deactivated my store. And I'm like, I don't even have invoices for the stuff. Like, it's all retail arbitrage stuff. Well, not most of it's retail. Very, very, like 1%, if even that, is I got invoices for. So I'm like, well, I can get the receipts together, but it's going to take me time. So I sent them a thing saying, hey, can you please extend me? Let me grab my stuff. I never heard from them for like over a week. So I finally was just like, you know what? I'm just going to close it. So even though it was deactivated, it was still there. And I was just like, I'm closing it. Because if you went to my website, it didn't bring you anywhere. So I said, well, I was thinking about closing you, and you pretty much have pushed me to say, okay, now I'm going to close you. So I closed it. So I'll just keep selling my planners on eBay and Etsy. And I don't know, Etsy might at some point, I think they might close me down too. I have a feeling, right? Because it's not homemade. I put it as a supply, although I will tell you some of my competitors put it as handmade. I'm like, I'm sorry, if you're buying a planner from TJ Maxx, this is not handmade. Like they put Ray Dunn as handmade. It's not handmade. So I'm hoping by saying it's a supply, because some people use it as a medium for decorating. Like if you ever follow some planners on on YouTube, they decorate them, stickers, washi tape, they draw, like a lot of that. Like bullet journals, like that type of stuff. It's actually a supply. All right, so I saw this purse. It's a Stone Mountain. My mother-in-law had a ton of purses. And this was one of the many, and this one sold like right away. Oh, it must have been listed for maybe like $12.75. It does have a little spot on it. And they added it to their watch list, and I did my offers to likers, and I sent a 10%, and they ended up with $11.47. So $21 with shipping. But yeah, this is definitely a quick sell. It went really fast. A quick sell, a quick sale. People mess up little sell and sale all the time. I think I put it down as a priority padded. I don't think it will fit in a priority padded. I think it might be too big. And I don't want to bend it in half. I don't want to damage the leather. Yeah, I did say priority padded. Let me see how much you weigh. You're going to Illinois, so that's not too bad. At least it's not like California or Oregon. Yeah, you're definitely over a pound. So let me see if I put in one. Let me just say regular priority. How much are you going to cost? $8.82. Yeah, so that's only 50 cents more. I'm just going to do that. Maybe it'll fit in the shoebox. Yeah, it should fit diagonal in the shoebox. Anybody got any big plans for the summer? We've been doing a lot of just like 3 or 4 day camping trips. And I told Tony that next year I want to, like, we'll go for a month, we'll come home, stay home for a couple weeks, and then let's take off for another couple weeks. Like, let's do longer trips. Because a lot of our camping has been just right here in New York. And I don't know, like, I see this area all the time. So I'd rather go and 111. I think I'd rather, take a trip and go somewhere else. 111. What do we got? 1575. 1575. 882. Yep. We are going to do that. So she's still going to get a priority, but it's not going to be enough padded flat rate. It did cost me a little bit more. See, sometimes you save, sometimes you spend a little more. It all works out in the end. All right, I'm going to run to the little girl's room here for a second. Let me just see if I need to grab any boxes while I'm there. I think I'm good with those. Okay, I'm going to go potty. I'll be right back. I know, TMI, huh? I'm coming back. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Okay. My hands are all wet because I forgot I brought up the hand towel upstairs. And I haven't brought it back down since I washed it. Oh no, hold on. My chair's running over the mail. Let's move you over. You moved too close as other things fell on you. So, I know a little TMI here, but I have been urinating so much lately, enough where I'm like, I think I need to call the doctor because I just constantly been going. And it's not like my bladder's not fully emptying because I'm going a ton each time. And I'm thirsty all the time. And I know that's a sign of diabetes, which I am a diabetic, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not enough where it should be doing as much as I'm going, like a lot. Like every 2 hours I get up at night and go to the bathroom. All right, so this shirt. So I always grab these Life is Great. They always have like a little thing on the back. But I grabbed the Life is Great shirts. I paid $1 for this. Sold it for $13.28. So again, I'm assuming that I sent out a best offer. It'd be nice if it would tell me right here that they bought it from the best offer. But it don't. It just says $13.28, and I wouldn't price anything at $13.28. I haven't had any sales lately, like full store sales. All my planners are like 50, 55, 60% off, something like that. Trying to clear out those. People are still buying them, very far and few in between, but every now and then I'll sell one. But I got enough on hand that I just kind of want to get rid of them. I want to be down to 0 right now. Are you going to be? I don't think you're going to be a priority. So much air in here. I don't think you're going to be. Nope. We are going to go, let's ship you in a black one. So if I think it's a girl that's getting it, I'll put it in those nice teal ones. But if I think it's a man, then I stick it in the, stick it in there. Hey, Johnny. I was just going to say, don't you have a show right now? But it is 10:53. Wow. How long have I been going for? An hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I wasn't even going to package. I was going to package this afternoon, but after seeing everything was wet outdoors and I couldn't get out and start the landscaping stuff I was going to work on. 11 ounces. How are things with you, John? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't even stopped into any of your shows. I feel like I haven't been looking at much reselling content at all lately. I've almost none. The only thing I really listen to is people who have like the podcast, like Pure Hustle Podcast, and what's the name of that one with the three of them? With Carrie, Kevin, and Dave. I listen to them because I just listen while I'm doing stuff. But other than that, I've been binge watching TV shows. And it's been harder and harder to find even shows to binge watch. Because to the right of me is my monitor, right? So the sound comes from here, but when I'm working, I'm over here taking pictures. And so I don't really even watch it. I'm just listening, which I did listen to a couple of good documentaries the other day. What was the documentary on? One was on, one was on trans, and then it went on to talk about Asians in TV shows and movies and stuff back in the day. I don't know, just interesting. I like to you can listen to that and not actually have to watch it, which I enjoy. Knowledge is power. Okay, I sold some shoes. I love these shoe boxes. Going great. I have a couple of videos go viral. Really? Like on my podcast and my breaking news, just getting views and just reached 4,000 subs. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Oh, it's been a long time since I've been to your channel, so that congratulations. I am so happy to hear that for you. See, all that hard work doing those shows, you still do a show every day. Like just doing that really, it pays off, but it takes a while. I was listening to, I was watching a talk show, but on podcast, a political one. And the guest that he had, so I sold these shoes, picked up at a garage sale. They are in like excellent condition. What size were these? Oh, 9.5. See, I take a 10, so they wouldn't have fit me. But they're a little dirty. I probably could have cleaned that a little bit more. But they're just like, they look brand new. Look inside. They look brand new. I sold these for $23. Garage sale, I paid $3 for them. So this guy was on, and he was talking about how he has a YouTube channel. It took him 5 years of putting out constant stuff to be able to turn that into a full-time income. So he says it was a lot of hard work for 5 years. I mean, still hard work to keep it going. I was saying earlier that my money I've made on this channel for the last 28 days, when I look at my YouTube studio, is $3.03. Hey, John Jones. Hey, JJ. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 110. Yeah, I haven't come on live in a really long time. I don't think I've been live since my mom passed. That's really been consuming a lot of my time. Been having a really, really, really difficult time with it. But we're selling her house. And this is good. Priority is only $7.20. Yippee. You must be going close. You going here in New York? Let me see your address. No, you're going to Michigan. What? How is that so cheap? So So we decided we finally got my mom's house cleaned out, and we're going to oh, wait a minute. I have been downloading my morning shows and turning them into uploaded of my Q&A shows. Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to that because it's probably something I can just listen to, huh? I don't have to like watch, because that's what I'm like searching for all the time. So selling Ma's house, and I decided to go ahead and I think it was the end of May. I said I'm going to list it for sale by owner. We'll do it for a week, and then on June 1st, I will go to a realtor. If it doesn't look promising, we'll put it with a realtor. Well, I ended up with 2 offers on the first day. Had 5 showings, 2 offers, both full price, and we took the first offer of the first person who looked at it, who gave us the offer, and she had to get financing. So, being for sale by owner, she had to provide us with an official offer, which took a while because a lot of people have never done for sale by owner. They don't really know what they need to do. So I was walking her through the steps, and she was talking to the bank, and I talked to my lawyer, and originally it was her lawyer, but she went with a different lawyer because he was my lawyer. But then turns out that lawyer was the one who was going to be drafting the contract. So there was like this 2-week delay into finally getting a contract drafted. Well, in it, there's 4 of us selling the house. I got 3 siblings that also own it. So there's 4 opinions. And one of my siblings wanted to have deadlines, which I completely agreed with. And one of the deadlines was that she had the contract, I think, on Thursday evening. She had until Monday night to sign it. So she called me on Sunday, the buyer, crying in tears because she wasn't going to be able to sign it in time because she's going through a divorce, and they're still waiting. She thought she was going to have the numbers, but was still waiting to see how much her alimony was going to be. Even though she was pre-approved, she didn't feel comfortable signing it. She was pre-approved by the bank. She didn't feel comfortable signing it until she had that in like writing, that amount of the alimony. Because I think she was at the top of her like spending limit that the bank told her she could get. I think she was maxing that out because she was actually going to borrow some money from her mother, because she had offered us one price and then said she had to talk to her mom, because we said, wow, we're looking for full price offers at this point. I mean, it was day one. Literally, she was the first person to look. And so she backed out. So we had the second offer. So I called that person up, or messaged them and said, hey, that other offer fell through. The house is back up available if you're still interested. Now 2 weeks had passed. And that was Sunday. She had called me. So that was Monday when I reached out to that seller, or that buyer. And that buyer says she was looking at a house at 3. And after she looks at that one, she would let me know. Ends up being she bought that house that she looked at 3. So that person was now off the table. So went back up on the market. I had somebody who was supposed to look at it last Tuesday. They no-showed. And then I was just like, screw you all. This is taking too much time and energy and effort. I'm going to hire a realtor. So the thing is, around here, when you put it up for sale by owner, pretty much you just have Facebook to advertise. Nobody uses Craigslist. I put it up on Craigslist. Nobody reached out to me at all, ever, from Craigslist. And then I put it on Zillow, and it's on Zillow still currently. But on Zillow, you have to click on an area that's kind of hidden for sale by owner properties. I never knew that, and I've been using Zillow for a really long time. I was about ready to reach out to Zillow to say, where is my listing? Because you approved it, and if I click the link in your email, I can see it, but I can't find it when I go through the Zillow app. End up being I found it, but it was hidden, and I never knew that. And then when you're on the page, they have all these areas to click to contact, or to want to schedule to look at the house and all this other stuff. That doesn't go to me as for sale by owner. It goes to a realtor, and then supposedly the realtor reaches out to Zillow, and Zillow reaches out to me, or whatever, something weird like this. And I'm like, it's just really, it doesn't work out for sale by owner with that. So we went with a realtor, and I met with her on Friday, and the house is on the market. We got 3 showings today. One has already looked. And I want to tell you guys that she tried to recruit me to be a realtor on Friday at the end of it, because I was like straight out with her. I'm like, why do the realtors suck so bad in this area? Like, your pictures, your listings online are horrible. Don't take a picture of somebody's kitchen that you're trying to sell their house and there's dirty dishes and junk all over. Don't take a picture of the living room and there's laundry all over the couch and kids' toys all over the floor. Like, have them pick it up and organize it. They can throw the dirty dishes back on the counter, move them to the dining room, or move them to a different corner in the kitchen and then push them all back. Or better yet, just wash your goddamn dishes. Seriously, people. You're trying to sell a house and you got dirty dishes all over the place. So I had mentioned to her how horrible the pictures are. Like, I just don't know why your realtors in this area are not telling these people to clean this up. And I told her, I said, honestly, if I was a realtor in this area and I went and somebody wanted me to sell their house and they weren't willing to wash their dishes for me to take pictures, I would say I don't want to list your house under my business, my name. I don't want that under my reputation. So that was a conversation I had with her. She was there for 3 hours, and at the end of it, she said, she goes, I'm going to work on recruiting you to be a realtor for me. I said, oh no, I'm not interested in that. I like to travel too much. I don't want to be around and have to show houses. Why do you think I'm hiring you? But Ma's house looks really good. I will pat myself on the back and say I did an excellent job staging the house and just getting it all good. We did hire a cleaner to come in and stuff, but I think it just looks really good. All right, so I know I missed some of your things. You mentioned that you had some of her furniture left over. Are you including that in the sale? Said Holly. So I have told people when they were looking that all the furniture is negotiable. If anybody was interested in buying any of the furniture or having it included in the price of the sale, as well as, like, a lot of people in this area will buy a house and rent it. So my mom's house is only selling for $99,000, which a lot of you will be like, holy smokes, $99,000? Like, you can't even buy a trailer for that in my area. Around here, houses are really cheap. Mom only paid $52,000 for it 4 years ago. But the market's just, as you know, housing has just gone crazy. But hers is move-in ready, and most of the houses in her area are not move-in ready. They need so much work. It's just a very depressed neighborhood, very depressed town she lives in. Although I did tell my husband, if you were to pick up her house and move it a mile and pop it down, she would get another 100,000 for her house. It's just crazy. But her town, for some reason, it's just, I don't know, it has a bad reputation. So the original buyer wanted to rent the house until we closed. And I was talking to the lawyer, and I said, what is your opinion on her renting until we close? As I knew how I was feeling, which was absolutely not, but I wanted just to kind of hear what he had to say. And he goes, well, you can make about $1,500 a month in rent until you close. And I'm like, yeah, well, what's the downside? Because honestly, that's not a driving force for us. Money's not as much of an issue for the 4 siblings selling this house. And I was thinking $1,500 a month. And if you bought that for $1,000, I don't even know how much your mortgage would be, but somebody could buy that and then just rent it. So I told, like, the realtor, I said, listen, if you have somebody come in and look at this and they want to buy it for rental property and they want it fully furnished, we are open to talking about that. Almost everything has been claimed by my siblings and myself. Like, there's a bed downstairs that I want. But if it meant somebody coming in and buying it and wanting it fully furnished and paying extra for that, like, I wouldn't give it asking price fully furnished. But if they came in and gave the right number, which I don't even know what that number would be, then I would absolutely give up the bed for that. I also have put those videos into a YouTube podcast for eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark, as well as my morning show. I set up a playlist. So you've been doing a lot of work for a podcast. Are you actually like a real podcast, or is it more of like a playlist on your channel? If you're still here, Johnny. Because if you're like on the podcast, like if I can go to my podcast app and listen to you, that would be amazing. Because when I listen to YouTube, it sucks my battery down. If I listen to a podcast, it doesn't suck the battery down as much. So I do like listening to podcasts over YouTube. And like, for instance, Pure Hustle podcast, they make more money when I watch it on YouTube. So if I'm down here and I'll put it on the TV, then I'll put it on YouTube instead of my phone. But like when I go out to do weeding, I'll probably put it on some podcast. And I won't use YouTube because I'm not connected to a power source at that time. So I prefer to do it not like that. All right, let's get back to packaging. Only one more thing, and then I got to go pull some things that sold while I was live today. I sold this chaps. So these were retail arbitrage from Kohl's. My mom and I were there one day, and they were marked down to like $3. They went to Amazon, but some of them just weren't selling. I sold quite a few, but some of them weren't selling, and then Amazon came on some of the listings. So I pulled them all back probably 2 or 3 years ago. Ended up selling this for only $10.55. Wow. Playlist for YouTube podcasts. I just signed up for a podcast app to put them up to outside of YouTube. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that for you to listen to you. Let me see. How much are you gonna weigh? I think it says first class. Oh, it would help if this was on. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Maybe I can have my husband find a way to fix this. Because like it broke right here. Like this broke off. This piece right here broke. Because I put something too heavy against it. Oh, it just broke off even more pieces. I'm so disappointed. It doesn't work. Oh, I hate the thought of I'm going to buy another one just for that one thing. Okay. Oh, see, it slides, it blocks it. I can't see the weight. Okay, let me see. Let me do like this. Here we go. All right, 10 ounces, 9 ounces. Have you retail art? So our Bed Bath & Beyond's all closed already. My favorite one closed like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And then last year, the other one closest to me. Both my Bed Bath & Beyond's are 2 hours in each direction. And they're both closed. I was a Bed Bath & Beyond Plus member, whatever it's called. So I paid yearly to get free shipping, but you save like 20% at the store. And I did a ton of retail arbitrage at Bed Bath & Beyond for Amazon back when I was doing Amazon. Right now, I literally got like 2 items on Amazon FBA right now. All right, so let's do you in one of these. So I'm getting back to work. Great to see you live again. Hey, see you later, Johnny. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. I'll stop in on your channel someday. I gotta go. I just haven't been watching any reselling. But I'm curious about your podcast. I definitely want to check that out. So if I can just listen to something, that would be great. It's just the whole having to look and watch. Like if somebody shows something, I got to stop what I'm doing and turn around and look. Which I still do with even some of the documentaries or the shows that I watch. Okay, how much did I say this was? 10? I think it was 10, wasn't it? I think it was 9, but I'm going to say 10. I'm going to say 10. First class, 533. Right, and I sold 2 more things. I have to go grab them. I was hoping not to get up today because I'm in like my grungy clothes. Which makes you even more want to watch. Oh, you still do bingo every Monday? Oh my gosh. Wow. I think I only lasted like 4 months doing bingo. And then I was like, this is costing way too much. Excuse my coughing. Oh my gosh, I almost coughed. I'm going to mute you for a minute. Hold on. How red is my face? Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to cough up my throat. Whew. It still feels like something is tickly in my throat right now. Well, good thing I only got a couple more things to package. All right, J7. I got to go grab a Monster Jam Zombie Invasion Blue Thunder. J7. All that coughing's making my nose run. All right. This is what I sold. I think I picked this up for on retail arbitrage also. Paid $5 for it. Sold it for $6.75. 55% off. So I think it must be when I bought it. I must have ended up getting gated or one of those random things with Amazon, because for some reason I never sent it to Amazon. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to scan it on Amazon, see what it says. See how much you go for on Amazon. It's not even coming up. Maybe they deleted the listing. Oh, here we go. Jam Blue Thunder Zombie Invasion. What? This has got a selling price of $24. Oh, package quantity 68. What the? Somebody messed up these listings. See this monster one. Package quantity 201. 106, 67. That is weird. So for you Amazon sellers, so I scanned it. Come on. Well, you can see it a little bit, but see at the bottom it says package quantity 68. Let me if I get it closer. Will you focus in? It doesn't want to focus. But see down there, then it says package quantity of 14, package quantity of 96. They all have like a package quantity, which I know damn well it's only one of them they're selling. But why does it say 68? That's weird. That's it, Blue Thunder. But look, it's going for $24.79. I guess somebody could do an eBay to Amazon flip. Well, they paid $13.66 for it with shipping. So I started already putting a box together. I don't know if yeah. I mean, obviously I didn't have it listed on Amazon. I don't know why. Who knows? Where's my ear pillows? Ear pillows. Can't believe it's 11 o'clock. Jeez Louise. I thought the sun would be out by now. I wonder if it's dried up everything. This also sold, so it sold with 55% off promotion, and it was a promoted listing. I definitely lost money on this one. I only paid $4.97, but you pay $6.75, and of course the fees are on with shipping of $13.66, and yeah, I lost money on this. But you know what? It's out of here. Get out of here. So I told my husband that probably starting in September or October, I'm not sure when yet, I'm probably going to jump back on Whatnot and start doing, like in the past I did, I don't know if any of you were ever popped in when I was there, but I was doing a Whatnot show, and I was taking out a tote and going through it and saying, hey, if you want me to run any of this, let me know. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. I'm hoping that there's a way I can import, and maybe they even have it now from eBay into Whatnot, and I could just be like 50% off everything and see if anyone wants it, or maybe even more than 50%. I know last year I did it and I took a loss on some items, like major loss. Some things I sold for so cheap, so cheap. There was these action figures. I really kicked myself. I just wasn't thinking when I did it, and but I should have stuck with some pricing I had on those and not did what I did. But oh well, they got out of here. All right, so there's that. I hope all of those put the correct date on them. What is today? 19th, right? So hopefully they all say the 20th. They do. Good, because they're not going out till tomorrow. Tomorrow. Good late morning, almost afternoon. Glad I caught you. It has been a while. I know. I was saying earlier, I wonder how long it's been since I've done a live show. I'm going to go look. Oh, I see somebody else's live. Kaylee Aline. She's got 181 people watching her. I've got 8. Thank you for those 8 that are here. Oh, your channel is eligible. Unlock a new way to earn money with memberships. No, I'm not going to have you join a membership. What are you going to get out of it? Nothing, because I don't do stuff. Let me say your channel live. When was the last time I was live? Packing orders 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Jeez. You may have missed it. You still going to make your craft room? I am. I am making progress. Make progress daily, as Daily Refinement says. And yeah, I'm doing really good. I've been working on my death pile and went through a whole like row of stuff already. And plus stuff I've been bringing in from garage sales that I've been still going out garage selling because I love that. It's a passion of mine. And you know, we have such a short season that part of me is like, listen, I have a big death pile. I don't really need to go out and get any more. But, you know, there's this FOMO, fear of missing out. I got to get out there and see what there is. But got rid of a bunch of boxes. I have been saving boxes. I mentioned earlier, saving boxes in case I needed them to ship. So if I get something from Amazon or Michael's or Kohl's or whoever, and it's still a nice sturdy box, I have been breaking them down, folding them flat, and putting them in totes. And I've been trying to put them like the biggest to smallest. And I finally said, you know what? I rarely go and grab those boxes. It is so far and few in between that I do that most of the time I use the free USPS boxes, and I'll Frankenbox and all that with those boxes instead. So I said, you know, I'm just going to get rid of them. So out they went yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Saturday. A ton. That cleared up a ton of space. And I still have more, I think. I did keep a few boxes behind because I did list a couple larger items and I wanted to make sure that I had something to mail it in. But most of the time I've been buying boxes lately, and most of my stuff fits in poly bags anyhow. So yeah, my bedroom has got a ton of my mom's craft supplies in it. And I have been, well, yesterday and today I've been bringing some stuff down. Every time I come down, I bring something down, kind of storing it over there because there's a little space for it down there. I just want my house back. My mom's stuff has just overtaken my house, and I want my house back so bad. We have a 3-car garage. One whole bay is full of my mom's stuff. I know some of that stuff is stuff that I'm going to resell. So today was on my agenda to go through that and start pulling out stuff that is for reselling versus the stuff that is craft supplies, which I think most of that stuff in that room in the garage is for reselling. I think there might be some craft supplies, but yeah, I'm really excited. I told my husband I'm probably not going to craft until I get my room done. So it kind of makes me get going with it. I did go to a garage sale this weekend that had a bunch of craft stuff that I know I would have been calling my mom, FaceTiming her, saying, look at all this good stuff. They had so many rubber stamp sets, like so many. of the rubber or the acrylic or whatever Stampin' Up brand. Scrapbook paper, like just the stuff that we both would have been swimming in had she not passed. So I didn't buy any more because I inherited all of her stuff. Willingly inherited it. One of my sisters really wanted some of it, and I said no. I'm getting it all. I have a little regret over that, but then I'm like, no, that was something I did with mom, and all of the stuff is stuff I bought with her. So yeah, no, it's mine. So yeah, I'm working on my craft room. Probably not going to have that ready till probably next winter. It'll be 100% ready. We've got a lot of camping trips between now and September. And then September, I'll be really focusing on getting everything listed. That's probably going to be my big thing is just getting everything listed. I would love everything to be listed by November 1st. That's, so it's ready for quarter 4. Last year, I wanted everything listed by October 1st, and I got a huge amount listed last year by October 1st. And then I went into our back room, our personal storage area. There were boxes we haven't even done anything with since we moved here. And I sat down one day and Tony and I went through it. And I said, you know what? If we haven't even used it, I didn't even end up going through it. I just pretty much opened it and said, okay, that's what it is. Put it in the eBay. Because if we haven't used it in the 5 years we've lived here, I probably don't need it. So I've got a lot of that to go through. And that stuff's going to take a little bit more time because I got to decide whether or not it's really something I want to get rid of, or if I want to keep it, or if I want to donate. You can't see, but I've got 2 huge boxes right here, right off camera. Like really big boxes full of stuff to be donated. A lot. So if I'm taking a picture and if I see like there was something that had like this little tiny spot right here, or maybe one down on the waistband of the shirt, like right here, or maybe just a little tiny pinhole or something like that, where if it was mine, I would probably still wear it because it's like so not noticeable. So I feel okay with still donating it versus like if it was like a really big one, it would be like a rag pile, which my husband's got a huge rag pile. But that stuff I'm donating. Like I'm not even going to take a chance unless it's something like I have some purses that have little tiny spots on them that I said I'm just going to still list, and if they don't sell, I got to set a timeline where I'm going to just say it might be January 1st. I might give it until Christmas. And if something doesn't sell by January, I will be doing a major pull from in here to donate to make room, because right now these two this column right here, or this hallway you see, that's all I want for eBay. I have this on the other side also. I want to make that all go away, and that's going to be my craft. All the shells is where I'm going to put like all this will be gone on the other side, but it will be all craft stuff. That's my plan. I don't know. I got to get it all cleared out because I asked Tony to. Right now, it's just, it's a basement. As you can see, nothing's finished. Like these are just rough walls, and that's what it is. You can see through. There's just the 2x4s or whatever. So I want to sheetrock it and just make it look nice. So that's my plan. Kind of bummed that I didn't do it when Ma was here because we crafted so much. It would have been nice to have our own craft space, but I'm going to do it anyhow. I lost my mom 3 years ago. It was and still is so hard to deal with some of her belongings. Give yourself grace. Yeah, it is hard. It's like, it's those things where you want, like I wanted some of her stuff because they reminded me of her, but when I see them, they make me sad. So it's dealing with that. That's been kind of tough at times. I moved my garbage from underneath my desk, and I literally threw something on the floor earlier because I thought I was throwing it in my garbage can. Hold on, let me grab it. And then, so yeah, I don't know. It's weird because when my dad died, I took his, okay, this is weird. He had socks at the nursing home, and when you go into a nursing home, all your clothes has to have your name put on it. And he had socks. and he had his name. Mom had bought him these iron-on name tags. So I have some of my dad's socks, and when I wear them, I love it. They're winter socks. As I don't wear them in the summer because they're like they go up your calf and stuff. But when I wear those, I feel like comfort and love and whatever. But when I'm near my mom's stuff, it still brings so much sorrow. So, oh well. Well, hopefully it gets better over time. We'll see. So wish me luck. I'm going to sign off here soon. Wish me luck that we get some offers on the house today. Got 3 showings. I am really hopeful. So really nice houses in this town have been selling like right away. So I am hoping that we get more than one offer and at least get asking price. That's what I'm really, really hoping for. And then, it'll be sad. When I was garage sailing on Friday, I was meeting the realtor at 1. So I took off and went garage sailing Friday morning. And I was in my mom's town. That's where I garage sale a lot, is in that town. And I had to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, I can just run over here to Stewart's, which is, if you're not sure what Stewart's is, it's like a gas station, convenience store. And I said I could go there. And I was like, I'm going to drive right by Mom's house on the way to Stewart's. So why don't I just stop at Ma's? So I stopped, ran in, went to the bathroom, and ran back out. It's going to be sad, not like when I go garage selling and I go by her old house and she doesn't live there, or we don't own it or whatever. It's just, and it's nothing I grew up in. She's only been there for 4 years, but it's still going to be weird. Like when I go by her other houses, it does nothing for me. So maybe it's because it was her last house. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's where I found her dead. Who knows? But it will be nice to get rid of it. It'll be nice to be done with just dealing with her estate. It's definitely brought up some conflict with me and some siblings, which I don't like. All right, I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to start crying. And I'm a big crybaby. I cry over this friggin' stupidest things. This isn't a stupid thing, though. So, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. And I don't know when I will be on next. Who knows? But I do have 4 Travel Time Chit Chats I need to put up. So look for one of those at least this week, and I'll probably put one up for next to come up next week too. So keep an eye on those. And we are camping tomorrow. So depending on if Tony goes off hunting, I might bring my laptop and just work on editing those videos. I got to see what my cell service is like there, because we're kind of, again, in the middle of nowhere. That's the problem when we go camping. We're in the middle of nowhere, and I don't always have a signal with my phone, and that's my only source of internet. Which we were without internet for 4 days because we had a lightning strike over here, caught our tree on fire, had the fire department come, blew out it melted, well, it blew out my router and my modem. It melted which this is one of my Travel Time Chit Chats. I talk about this. It melted the outlet where you plug in it looks like a telephone, but it's not a telephone, I guess. But where you plug that into the wall, it literally melted that. So I bought a new router, had to wait for Amazon to deliver it because they didn't have what I needed at my local Walmart, and that's my only source of buying stuff. So Amazon delivered it. I set it all up and it still didn't work. So I called we have fiber optics. So I called the internet company, troubleshooting, and she's like, well, you got to finish setting up the router. And I'm like, the router is set up, but the internet light wasn't coming on, but everything else was. And she ended up, I think I was on the phone with her for like a half hour, and she kept having me try all these different things. And I'm like, I really think somebody needs to come and check the cable itself, because if it's connected to my router and my router got fried, most likely your cable that I'm using got fried. So, all right, I'm going to answer Tony, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.